President Trump has stated that unless the illegal immigration crisis is alleviated, the US will impose a 5% tax on all goods imported from Mexico, starting on June the 10th. The tariffs would be set to then rise, potentially reaching 25% by October. The move is facing resistance from many sides, including both Democrats and Republicans in Congress, business leaders and retailers who have warned that the price of tariffs is ultimately passed on to consumers. Neil Bradley, the Chief Policy Officer for the US Chamber of Commerce, stated that imposing tariffs on goods from Mexico is exactly the wrong move. The costs will be paid by American families and businesses without doing a thing to solve the very real problems at the border. Another pro-business organisation, Business Roundtable, an association of CEOs which includes JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon, IBM's Ginny Rometty and Lockheed Martin's Marilyn Hewson, amongst its members, has stated that we urge the administration to engage constructively with our neighbours and allies to resolve trade, migration and security issues in ways that will benefit Americans, not cause economic damage. NFTC, the National Foreign Trade Council, a trade policy advocacy group with more than 300 members, including Amazon, Coca-Cola, Google, Facebook and Walmart, have also weighed in, commenting that taxing imports from Mexico is a dangerous and destabilizing move and terrible economic policy. Rufus Yerxa, the president of the group, added, "The president should reconsider the wisdom of this measure before it causes any real damage. It will cause untold harm to American manufacturers, consumers and exporters." He added that the auto industry will be one of the biggest victims, with farmers and ranchers facing renewed threats of retaliatory tariffs from their largest export markets. The threat of Mexican tariffs has hit the share prices of several companies, including Levi's, whose share price fell 7% on the announcement. 15 to 20% of the garments they sell in the US are made in Mexico and China. Shares in fast food chain Chipotle, which makes 450,000 avocados worth of guacamole every day, fell 3% on the news. The US is expected to be even more reliant on Mexican avocados this year after a difficult growing season in California. In a bid to stop tariff threats from being implemented, a senior Mexican delegation is set to begin high-level talks with Washington, where it will be pushed to do more to hold back the wave of Central American migrants moving to gain entry into the US. The Department of Homeland Security Acting Secretary Kevin McElan stated that Mexico should deploy more personnel to stop illegal migrants along its border with Guatemala. That border is a remote region largely made up of jungle and river, which is difficult to police. He also stated that Mexico should bolster its own immigration screenings along its southern border, crack down on networks transporting migrants, and enable more migrants to wait in Mexico while they apply for asylum in the US.